Hey family, and welcome to the Crown Me Colored channel and podcast. I'm your host Treese, and before we get into it, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe. Okay, so just to give you a brief description about Crown Me Colored, so basically our goal is to push the culture forward in a positive direction with resources, entertainment, through discussions from black owned businesses, politicians, entertainers, educators, and people of color. Basically, just offering tips, suggestions, and feedback and knowledge on different entertainment platforms. Now, each episode, I will disclose a black owned business, whether it be far or near to you, because we need to do better. We need to put the black dollar back into our pockets, just like everyone else. It's just vitally important that we buy black. So, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I will be uploading videos at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, don't forget to tune in. Okay, so today is Monday, February 1st, which begins what we know it to be as Black History Month. Now, for the month of February, I will be providing you with 3 to 5 facts each episode pertaining to Black history. So, Mondays is what I like to call Madness Mondays because I don't care where you work or what kind of work you do. Mondays are super hectic and you just feel like you have so much to do in so little time, and you're just like, Friday is it here already? So, for those of you who are putting in the work right now, or you're just getting off, or you're winding down, you're getting the kids together, take you a 15-minute break to just breathe and chill with me. All right. All right. So, let's jump into the Black History facts of the day. So, February 1st, 1865, the 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which basically abolished slavery, it went into effect. So slavery was abolished. That went into effect, which before the 13th Amendment, what happened was leading up to that, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, basically freeing the slaves. So, a little fun fact there. February 1st of 1902, Langston Hughes was born in Joplin, Missouri. So Langston Hughes was an amazing poet. I like to think of him kind of as like a jazz poet. He was a social activist. He was a novelist and even a comic-list. So, yeah, that's a nice little fun fact for you. February 1st of 1960, Isabel Blair Jr., Franklin McCain, Joseph McNeil, and David Richmond, better known as the Greensboro IV. Now, the Greensboro IV were four guys who were students at North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. Basically, they got fed up, said enough was enough. They walked a few blocks down from the campus to downtown to a Woolsworth department store. They sat at a segregated bar, a lunch counter, and they asked for coffee. Now, of course, you and I both know they didn't get the coffee. They were told no. They were refused service, and so what they did was they stayed. They stayed until they closed. The next day they came back, and when they came back, their numbers began growing. So their numbers grew, and they went from 4 men to over 300 people within 4 days. So the sit-ins, basically it attracted that news media, which spread to the cities in North Carolina and then throughout the Southeast. Eventually, Woolsworth and the other stores, they gave in and serviced the blacks. They were tired of losing money, and they were tired of losing those public relationships. So and that Greensboro IV is one of the most influential sit-ins of the civil rights era. So they just got tired. They said enough is enough, and yeah, made it happen. So, and then lastly, we have February 1st of 1998. This one is a lady by the name of Lillian Fishburn. Fishburn. I hope I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. So let me just put it out there that my grandmom's name is Lillian. So only Lillians I know are amazing. Shout out to you, Mama. But yeah, so Lillian Fishburn, she was the first black woman who became a rear admiral in the U.S. Navy by President Clinton. She was born in Patuxent, Maryland. Okay. And basically, a rear admiral is basically the second star senior naval flag officer. So the ranking is equivalent to like a major general or a air vice marshal. She did that. She was in that position for a few years, and then at that time, she was actually the commander of the Naval Computer and Telecommunications Area Master, and she was stationed in Hawaii. So I thought that was pretty cool. And she actually received another promotion. She was then promoted shortly after that as the director of the Information Transfer Division for the Space Information Warfare for the Chief of Naval Operations in Washington, D.C. Child, I know that was a mouthful. But she was in that position for a few years. She later retired in February of 2001. And as far as we know, she's still living her best life with her husband, her daughter, and family. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. She actually had received 7 medals throughout her 30 years of serving. So I thought that was pretty dope. Um, but yeah. Um, so that wraps up our Black History fun facts. So now that you've gotten that meat and potatoes, well, for me, crab cakes and shrimp, because y'all know I love my seafood. Let's get into it. Let's get into our buy black scene. So, when you're looking for your beauty supplies, whether it be, hair care products, your shampoos, your conditioners, your hair oils, even if you're looking for your Brazilian or your human hair, because we know I love me a good sew-in. So, if you're looking for that, or your Kanika long, or your braiding hair, we know I love my braids too. So I love a little bit of everything. I don't know, but where do you usually go? Do you usually go to Walmart? Do you order online? Is it like just a local beauty supply store that you go to? Do you just go to any beauty supply store that you see that's in sight, that's close by? Like, what do you usually do? Well, I'm gonna tell you. So, Beauty Plus is a black owned beauty supply store. They're located in the downtown Baltimore area. Is owned by a husband and wife who are aiming to please the black community, which I must say that they are starting off doing a phenomenal job. I will say it's not your average, large beauty supply store, but it's a nice size and they still have everything that you need. So For me, when I went in, it would kind of give me that homey type of feeling. I didn't feel pressured. I didn't feel like someone was staring down my back or someone was watching me the entire time from the time I walked in the store, trying to figure out, was I gonna try to steal or whatever the case may be. You know the looks that you get, when you're out and about and everything. But I didn't get that feeling. I just felt comfortable, very pleasant, know what they're talking about, just willing to help and everything. So that's the type of feeling I got. I will say that as far as parking is concerned, not the best parking. You'll have to pay for parking. It's in the downtown area, and everyone knows for downtown Baltimore, most likely when you're downtown, you're parallel parking. Um, and you're parking on the street, and it's tight. It's hard to get a park unless you're going around certain times and other day, and then even still it can be hard. So I will say that if you don't find a park, right in front, you may have to park a block away or so, and you do have to pay for parking. It's about I believe it was $1 for either 1 or 2 hours, which isn't bad, but it's like, come on, Maryland, y'all can do better than that. The city just they just trying to get everything about you. But you will have to pay for parking. And it wasn't a bad area. It was a nice area. When you go in, you'll have to be buzzed in. So you'll ring the bell, they'll buzz you in. When you go in, they are, following the guidelines and, protecting, themselves as well as the consumer. So you must have your mask on. They'll give you hand sanitizer. Very pleasant, greet you, check in on you, see if you need anything, things of that nature. So it's a pretty dope spot. I would say definitely check it out, when it's time for you to re-up on your shampoos or your oils or whatever the case may be, or if you're just looking for a product, hair bonnets, combs, whatever the case may be, why not buy black? So I would just say, even if you don't live in the area, they ship, so you can order online. So you can just check them out in general. And if you're not going to purchase from Beauty Plus, then find another black owned beauty supply store that's close by. And while you're at it, send me their info so I can also promote them as well. Because at the end of the day, we're all one. It still takes that village, and we need to support each other and buy back into our community. So I would say definitely just check them out. And let me know, shoot me an email, leave a comment on my Facebook, my Instagram, or Twitter. Let me know how your experience was, what you like, maybe if it's a few things that you feel like they need to tweak, maybe. Fill us in. Let us know how your experience was. And again, just buy black. That's the most important thing. I do appreciate your time. I would say again, if you have not done so, please remember to like, to comment, to subscribe, to tune in, hit that notification bell. Yeah, and for Beauty Plus, their information is linked in the bottom in the description box below, so you'll be able to take a look at their information as well if you wanted to just hop up on their website. And don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe and tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. And until then, it's been real. Y'all stay safe and carry on. Bye.